Welcome to Take 5, a podcast brought to you by Newleaf Training and Development. Each edition is an inspiring interview with a leader worth listening to. Enjoy!
Hey, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at Newleaf Training and Development. So I'm so delighted to be joined today by Stephany Morris-Nelson, who is the Human Resources Director for the Hospitality Training Academy. Stephany, can you believe it? For nearly 20 years now here at Newleaf, we focus on our core purpose of helping people and organizations better manage themselves, lead others, and grow business acumen. I just wondered what would be your recommended best practices, but please start though by telling us a little bit more about your organization, what you do, and who you serve. So over to you, Stephany, and I'll wrap it up when you're done.
All right. Thank you so much, Paul, for having me today. As Paul mentioned, I am the Human Resources Director for Hospitality Training Academy. We basically train at-risk youth, reentry population, and in culinary and barista and bartending, and we place them into union jobs throughout Southern California. So it's not only rewarding, but we are changing lives. I've been with the organization for about a year. And I think best practices as far as HR is concerned is just to be consistent. It is very important that you're consistent with your messaging to your staff. Also, when you are selling or you are promoting the companies that you work for, you want to make sure that you have a clear, concise message to them. So I think that that is very important. Best practices for me on a day-to-day basis is open communication with my staff. I think that that is also important. Having an open door policy and have them walk up to your door and it's closed, that doesn't exude what you are trying to say in having them feel comfortable in coming to you. Also, best practices for me, I think, is just staying organized. You have to have attention to detail as a human resources person in all aspects when you're doing open enrollment, when you are just dealing with payroll, any aspect of human resource because of our compliance relationship with, everything and making sure that, your company is, staying compliant with laws and regulations so that you don't run into any issues. Also, I think one of the most important things is, and I go back to communication, is the relationships that you have, not only with the leadership team that you are a part of, but also with your staff. You have to make sure, again, that they are comfortable coming to you, and that when you are ready to roll out something new to them, that they're not resistant or, we don't trust what Stephany does. So you have to build that trust and make sure that those relationships are strong. I also think that a part of being a strong HR leader is just outside communication too. You have to keep up those networking. And being active in PIRA is very important, and making sure that you keep those relationships strong so that if you do decide to move on from an organization that you are currently with, that you have a network of people that you can follow or communicate with. Also, as an HR person, you also may want to bounce an ideal off of someone every now and then. So having a network of people that you can reach out to is very important. I think, overall, if I had to sum it up in three, 1, 2, 3 as best practices, it would be communication, organization, and enjoying what you do. Because if you don't enjoy what you do, it's going to be hard to come to work on a day-to-day basis. So my famous last words are HR rocks. Drop the mic.
Stephany, thanks ever so much. I really love that clarity that you said around communication, and I'm hearing the attention to detail, and then also the relationships piece. And I often think in organizations that, when people say about human resources, that you can always tell whether they really love people. We have legal things that we have to comply with. I always think you can tell whether a human resources individual team really care about what they do, and I've always sensed that with you. Before I forget to mention it, to the subscribers, you might not be familiar if you're outside of California. Stephany mentioned PIRA. Stephany, would it be a fair summary that PIRA is about 27 chapters in California?
We currently have 19,
Okay.
and we are the largest affiliate of SHRM. So SHRM has different HR associations throughout the country, and California has the largest. So that is, something that HR professionals in California should be very proud of because we've built this. And we work very closely with SHRM on different things. We have SHRM California. We have chapters of SHRM that are in the Inland Empire. So, being a part of PIRA, we are really a part of SHRM. We are their arm of California.
And PIRA is it Professionals in Human Resources Association? Is that the correct?
That is correct.
Brilliant, brilliant. And again, just to the subscribers, both Stephany and I are both involved with PIRA very much indeed. So obviously, if we can be of any help, let us know. If I could, just to give a message out to the subscribers to keep an eye on the events page for the activities that we have going on throughout the course of the year, most of which are available for free. And then, Stephany, could I offer you, until I see you in person next, could I offer you a virtual high five?
Definitely so. Wow.
Stephany, thanks ever so much for taking a few minutes with us. It's always such a joy to see you and hear you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Paul, and this has been great. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephany. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
I hope you found that interview useful, and if you did, feel free to rate, review, and share this podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we also invite you to check out our other weekly podcast, Going the Extra Mile, which is sure to lift your spirit and encourage you in today's working world. Bye for now.